Okay, everybody. Hello. We were not able to go live with this because good old Zoom, but I am here with Jenny and we're going to talk about Go for Gold and what it's done for her and her business and maybe her life. What we know from other people is that, and for myself as I'm doing it as well, right, is you actually develop as a person and you don't expect for this business stuff to actually develop you as a person too, which is really cool to always hear about. But Jenny, so what was life like before you started taking Go for Gold? Like, how long have you been in Young Living? Where were you at? Were you feeling stuck? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, so hi guys, my name is Jenny Pena. I've been with Young Living since 2013, so for 7 years almost. And the highest rank I've gotten is executive, and I've been stuck for a few years at executive. And I've tried a lot of different things because we move around a lot. We live overseas, so every time we change market, I have to feel it out and see what it's like. And so it's tricky. It's really tricky. But thank God I've I've been consistent. So at least the consistency has helped to keep the team somewhat. But I've been looking for what to move forward and how to take our team forward and how to reach out to new people and business builders and a system. I'm like not a systems person at all. And I hear all the diamonds saying like, get a system, you need a system, you need follow up, you need this. And I'm just so horrible at doing it myself. So I don't know how I got added to this group by like a cross-line person. I added to Gold Getters. And I started the 90 days to silver first because I was like, another thing to pay. Oh no, what if like I just can't do it again?
Right. Yeah.
And then it just started like sparking like so much more for me and for my people. And I was like talking to my husband about it and telling him about Gold for Gold, and I'm like, oh, I should just try it, should just go for it. And then you lowered the price to like, oh my god, is she ever gonna lower it to this again? Let's just do it.
Oh,
so
that's
so yeah, so
awesome.
now I just finished it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like eating it up, like I needed this, like I
Yeah.
just had to do it. And you know it's a little bit you know uh, difficult. Like I'm a mom of three. I have
Yes.
3 kids, 7, 4, and a baby, and moving around. And there's a lot of excuses that want to pop in my head, like
Mm-hmm.
this is too hard, like you don't have time for this, or you're prioritizing something that maybe you should be doing something else, or like all these
Yeah.
things. And I think one of them that you go through is like in the group you did like a free AFT thing,
Yes.
and like, oh my god, that was so amazing.
It's
Anyway,
serious, right? Yeah.
serious blockage removal, and
Right.
just do it. Like just do the modules, like even if you feel like it's like incomplete, just do it and finish it, and then go keep moving forward, and like do it and finish it and move forward. And then you can go back and like tweak the things like your bat
Yeah.
signal, or create a different lead magnet, or learn get oiling system, which has saved my life,
Oh
like,
my
and my team.
goodness, right? Really? It's
And
insane.
my upline gifted me Grow Workspace, and I
Uh-huh.
had no idea that you can like link the two.
Yes.
And I'm like blown away because I needed the content, you know.
You're
Sorry, my
like,
baby's
what's going
decided to shake the toys right now,
on?
and scream about it, of course. And so, what was I saying? Yeah, so
About,
I linked Grow Workspace. And oh yeah, because the content sometimes, like, yeah, you see, like even just 10 minutes of mom time is really tricky to get, like when you want to create the campaign to send
yes.
to your prospects or whatever. Sorry, I'm like talking. But anyway, point is,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Like
Yes.
so many different things you can do. It's just amazing.
Oh, awesome. Well, oh goodness, what do I even say? Because I think that a lot of people are in that place. There's two places that you mentioned that I imagine that there's a lot of people in that place. And one of them is uh, wondering if this is just like another one of those things that just isn't really going to be helpful. Or is it, is it something that's actually going to make a difference? Or is it just another one of those things? Am I about to lose another $70, right? Or am I about to lose? Because it doesn't matter how much it is. If you feel like a doofus for spending your money on something else and it doesn't work, it doesn't matter how much it costs, because you still feel like a doofus, and that's what you as a human are trying to avoid, right?
Exactly.
So like to people like that, to people that are just thinking like, man, is this just another one of those things? What would you say to those folks?
Man, just try it. Just try it. Like, literally, you have nothing to lose. And you're the only one that's going to be in your own way. Because you're going to have it, and you're going to have Martha, and you're going to have the Facebook groups. You get into, like, Go for Gold, and then all the other 4 groups that go with it, like the
little free groups.
testimonials.
Yep.
Yeah, all of those. And they are so helpful. And it's not just Martha. Like, everybody in there is helpful. Like, if you
Right.
post, like, lead magnet, they're like, check this for me, and then they like check it for you, and they give you feedback, like real feedback, like punctuation and like all this stuff. I swear, it's really cool, and you just have to do it. Like, get out of your own way, and if you think negative and you're like, oh, I'm gonna lose the money and blah, like, then you will. Like, you're just gonna create that reality for yourself. So just do it. Just do it and do the things and follow what Martha tells you, because it works. And I have a story. I don't know if I can say it really quick.
Go ahead.
But so one of the things is like from 90 Days to Silver. Yeah, 90 Days to Silver is like about reaching out to 10 contacts a day and whatever. So I was able to get like just like a cold person like appear from nowhere on Instagram, and being able to plug her into like a system. And like I was like, oh my gosh, like I can actually tell her like, look, I have this Facebook group, which is the lead group, and then now I have this my personal team group has gotten so much more active from like following the things, and it's so much excitement just because I'm more excited and I'm more motivated. You know what I mean?
That's
so
exactly
it's amazing.
We set, you guys, we set the cultures for our teams. We set the tone, and we set culture happens from top down. So whenever, like, some of the best advice I was ever given is whatever you want for your team to do, you need to be doing yourself. So if you want your team to be constantly growing, then you need to be doing it yourself, but you can't do it quietly. You have to do it out loud so they can see it, or else they don't know that it's actually happening, right? And that's sort of like the leadership on display idea, is that, yeah, you're doing personal development every day, but does your team know that you do that? And you're signing people up, but does your team know that you're doing that, right? And because for me, I even got caught in that trap for a while, because I'm working so many different things, right? So like I'm teaching all of Young Living some stuff, and then I have my own teams, and I'm signing my own people up. Like there's a lot of plates spinning. And I, for a couple of months there, was signing people up, but I wasn't even saying anything to my own team about me signing them up. So it was very easy for them to think that I just stopped doing it, right? And so then their activity went down. And then when I realized, like, Martha, you have to say what you're doing, then the activity went back up when they realized that, yeah, hey, I'm still doing this too. And so it all is from top down. It doesn't matter how far you've come. It doesn't matter if you're just starting or if you're Royal Crown Diamond. It's all from top down. Whatever leadership does is what everybody else will do. So if you're growing and you're excited, that enthusiasm is contagious, especially when it's rooted in something very real and systematic. That's just, I mean, it's exciting for everybody, because you understand at this point that now it truly is a numbers game. I mean, it
Exactly.
truly is just do the things, and eventually you're going to have your hits, right? Like that's just
Exactly.
how it goes.
And the 28-day challenge thing and
Yes.
creating the vaults is
Mm-hmm.
like another like just mind blowing. Like,
Yes.
wow, I started like because now there's so many people needing the income, you know.
Yes.
So I created the challenge. I made it like a 20-day challenge
Uh-huh.
for our team, you know, our team only. And then they get
Right.
excited about it and they want to tell their people, you know, like, look, you can get plugged into this now, you know. And
Yes.
it's I don't have to
Exactly.
wait to reach diamond.
The earlier you do it, the better, because
I
then
know.
that's all they know.
I
So,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what would you say to anybody that's on the fence? It's like, well, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't.
You know, like for me, like not gonna lie, like money was an issue, and sometimes I have to like ask my husband to help me with investments and Young Living, which he's happy to do. I mean, he's the one that got us started in Young Living, believe it or not.
Oh, that's
It
so
was him.
cool.
I know. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say I have my blog. It's called heavenlytreasure.net. And I have these stories of how we got started and all that stuff and why
Oh,
we
very cool.
started everything. So it's their little plug.
Yeah,
Anyway,
do it.
so first I started the 90 Days to Silver. Everything that you have for free, I was doing. And
Yes,
I got my planner and I'm a very like paper and pen kind of girl. So
me
like
too.
my planner and started doing all the things, you know. And when we realized like this is working, things are changing, you know, it will be an investment. It will be a good investment, you
Yeah.
know. So just do the things that you can do, and then when you see like that it's working and it'll be so worth it, take the dive, you know. Even,
Yes.
you know, if you have to like save up a little bit or budget a little bit out, you know, it'll be worth it, I think, in the
Yeah.
end. But
That's
yeah.
it.
And I'm
Pays for
doing
itself.
yeah, and I'm doing Bring on the Builders now. So that's another one that's like I finished it in 2 days because I just couldn't stop.
That's what I hear that all the time. It's not strange. That happens all the time. And then people go back and they're like, okay, and now I'll actually, but it's almost like everybody binge
Yeah,
watches everything first, and then they go
yeah.
back and they're like, okay, now I'm going to do the things. But it's almost like it's a series show to go through it first, and
But
then
I
go
was
through it
doing the
next week.
things
Oh,
as
and you
I
were
did it.
doing the stuff too. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because I already had some influencers that were like on the sideline, and I just
Yeah.
needed that like push to like reach out and yeah, you get no's. Of course, you get no's,
Sure.
but it's like how you said the yeses are the ones that are gonna like shift your team. Anyway, that's like a whole other.
Yeah. It only
That's a
takes a
whole
few
other.
yeses. That's all it takes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you have a good rest of your evening. I'll just
Thank
get more into
you.
my coffee today. But thank you so much, Jenny. I
Yes.
appreciate your
Thank
time.
you. And have a good morning.
Oh, thank you. Bye bye.